Greetings of the day, dear students. I hope you are enjoying the Unit 2 topics, especially related to biomimicry aspects, adoption of anatomical principles for engineering designs. Let us discuss in today's class about analogy of heat sensors of snake and heat sensors of missiles, and also analogy between Mars rovers and crab locomotion. As all of are afraid of snakes, let us discuss some more concept regarding sensing ability or the organs of snakes. Some of the interesting facts: snakes do not hear sounds since they lack an outer ear, but they have the working inner ear, including a cochlea, responding to vibrations to perceive movement of other organisms. When a snake hunts, it also relies on its eyes, tongue, and there is one special organ called as pit organ. Snakes typically don't have a very acute eyesight, but still they may use it for the purpose of seeing the entire external world. And one more fact: though the snake has nostrils, it uses its tongue to explore the world around. It will pick up the chemical impressions as scents. Okay, and there is a specific organ called as Jacobson's organ, and that organ will be sensing the chemical compounds, and that sensory analysis will go to the brain. And when a snake flicks its tongue in and out, it can detect its prey scent trail. That means a snake can trace any rat or any of its food or prey or its enemy through the scent trail by the help of its tongue. Okay, there is a special organ, as I mentioned. It is called as pit organ. This is also called as heat sensor of the snake. The most important organ for the heat sensing. Especially you can see a heat sensing pit near to its nostril. Okay, some of the pit vipers have these organs specifically seen. Though it may be seem more like a superpower than a sense, they can detect a prey based on the thermal signature. This is a point you have to understand. When we talk about heat sensing ability of a snake, it is nothing but a snake can detect the thermal signatures. Ultimately, all of us know thermal signatures are nothing but IR, infrared radiations. When a warm-blooded creature goes close to a snake, it emits IR radiations. Okay, so that IR radiation can be detected by the pit organ of a snake. So this pit organ actually contains two chambers. One is inner chamber and another is outer chamber. Inner chamber is naturally the internal temperature of the snake itself. It can detect the temperature of its own body, and the outer chamber heats up when it is close to a heat source. That means when any heat source comes close to a snake, it can detect the temperature difference. Okay, this pit organ is also having a suspended sensory membrane, so that will help actually to find out the difference in temperature. The ability to sense IR radiation evolved independently in several different families of snakes. They can detect the radiant heat at wavelength between 5 to 30 micrometer accuracy and temperature changes as small as 0.002 degrees Celsius. See how much accurate their heat sensing ability is all about. And as I mentioned, snakes can view the outer world by the help of their natural eyes. But they have got another superpower, that is thermal, right? So we can call this as thermal vision. So thermal and visual images, when they superimpose, if you superimpose within the snake's brain, so you can think just like these kind of images snakes may be seeing in the outer world with great precision and speed. So this sensor ability allows them to detect animals' body heat even in complete darkness. So this is one of the greatest advantage that snakes are getting. In complete darkness they can see other organisms. Okay. So heat sensing pits on snake is sensitive to heat changes in the environment also, and snakes use these pit organs to find the cool places. You can visualize here a picture. So both pictures tells that snakes are moving towards the cooler place, and recent research also shows that the pit organ is also responsible for snake's body thermoregulation. Okay, it can regulate its own body temperature by the help of heat sensing pits. Yeah, there is a comparison of this snake's IR sensing ability with the missile structure. I hope what is a missile is known by you already. Just see, this is the definition: a flying weapon that has its own engine so that it can travel a long distance before exploding at the place that it has been aimed at. And especially these missiles are used in military purpose. And also here there is a concept related to IR sensing, so which we discussed regarding snakes, and I hope all of you know any objects with higher temperature will emit more IR energy or infrared radiations. And infrared radiation is the electromagnetic radiation, if you see in this scale. So electromagnetic radiation with longer wavelength than those of visible light. So visible light you can see, but IR you can't see. They are invisible to the human eye. Okay, and let us compare heat sensors of missiles with heat sensors of snakes as such. So infrared homing is the passive weapon guidance system which uses the IR light emissions from the target to track and follow it. So you can see IR radiations coming up, and if a plane is having higher temperature, so definitely this military plane can detect the other plane, okay, target plane. Okay. This form of guidance is used exclusively in heat-seeking missiles for military purpose, specifically air-to-air or surface-to-air missiles. So there are variety of missiles. I hope you can understand this: air-to-air and surface-to-air. Some can target from in the air itself, and some from the ground level to the air. Okay. So the heat sensor in missiles is located in the head tip, similar to the snake's biological heat sensor. So here you can see an analogy between a heat sensor pit in a snake to the heat sensing device in a specific seeking, heat seeking missile. So let us see a small system of heat seeking missiles video. I hope you can understand. This is a specific missile system which contains many parts. Our interest is towards the tip portion of it, where it may have some of the IR sensing devices. Okay, and in the military ground, so there are many sensors which can help a missile launching machine to detect the other enemy or target, and whenever this system detects the other enemy target, so there's a signal that has been sent to a particular control room. From there these missiles have been launched. Okay, so you can visualize this concept. So when a specific thing will come into picture, and these missiles are not only using IR, they may use radar and many other advanced techniques even today, and that is how they are emitting some IR radiations and some radiations to detect the other missile's location, and finally they can ability of destroying the target missile, so by the help of sensing ability in the tip of their structure. Okay, so this is what the comparison between heat sensing ability of a snake towards the heat sensing sensors of the missile. And so there is a specific system you can visualize with the missile system. Heat seeking missiles work by tracking the location of the moving target in space by IR sensing device. I hope you understood that point. According to the profile of the target, the guidance system is divided into two types: go onto the location in space, go less, and go onto target in is called as GOT system. So while goal-less systems are usually limited to the stationary or near stationary targets, and GOT system, go onto the target, it provides the high effective in taking down both stationary as well as moving targets. So this is one picture which gives you many idea about the missile technology developed by India. Agni, BrahMos, Prithvi, and the missile man, all of you know, Dr. Abdul Kalam, has helped a lot for development of these missiles. So these missiles have been using variety of techniques to target the enemy's objects. Okay, I hope that finishes this topic. Let us see one more topic regarding analogy of Mars rovers and crab locomotion. So the right side, whichever the rovers you are seeing, that is called as Mars rovers, and this is NASA's Mars Exploration Rover MER mission. It is an actually ongoing robotic space mission involving three major Mars rovers: Spirit, Opportunity, and Curiosity. Started in 2003, this project explored the Martian surface and geology. All of you know Mars is one of the possible planet even humans today targeting and searching for many sources, and some of these Mars rovers already gave the hint about ice caps in Mars, which can be explored further with many more missions coming up. And let us see these three specific rovers spent, and how where is the design concept that has been linking to our crab locomotion. Let us discuss about that point. And Spirit was the first Mars rover sent with this mission in 2010, while the Opportunity was active. The project started in 2003. Spirit was active only till 2010, and Opportunity was active till June 2018, and now both of them have went for the hibernation, and Curiosity was actually launched in 2011, and still it has been operational now, and it is one of the longest duration that it has been working from the past 8-10 years. Okay, the locomotion concept of crab was actually utilized for this Mars rover design, and let us just visualize how this Mars rover looks like. So Mars rovers is the rovers sent, the equipment sent to investigate in Mars. Okay, you can visualize how a Mars rover has been sent to the Martian surface. See, this was the practical thing that you can visualize there. With solar panels, these rovers have been sent there, and all controlling aspects took place from NASA's laboratory. And you can see there is a very critical locomotion concept of crab that has been copied for Mars rovers. Okay, so there are many things that can be studied regarding Mars. You can explore few more topics regarding Martian surface and geography, and let us discuss the concept of comparison of crab locomotion to this Mars rover. And before that, let us discuss a little bit about our crab. Crabs are invertebrates. All of you know they don't have they don't have backbone. Their shell is the exoskeleton, which protects from the predators. They have a very hard shell, and it also supports their muscle system. And there is an antenna that you can see, the antenna which will crab interacts with the environment by touch and chemoreception, like we discussed about snakes. These crabs are also detecting the chemical sense or the chemical imprints to detect the external environment. And helipad is one of the first pair of legs carries the large claw which is used to defend and also to obtain their food. Okay, and carapace is one of the hard shell covering the crab, so that provides the rigidity and protective covering for this crab. And this is the general discussion about crab. Let us see a few more concepts about crab locomotion. A crab has the ability to move sideways as well as backwards. So this is one of the interesting thing. Crab can move sideways, so that we cannot move. All of you can see, since our knees are bent forward, we can only move very fast towards the forward direction, not even backward. You cannot run backward. Okay, so that is the thing you can visualize. But crab can walk in all directions, so that is called as radial walking of crab. And crabs has, all of has four pairs of walking legs which have ball and socket joints. They get flexibility of movement of almost 180 degree, hence it can easily maneuver the obstacles. And the ability to move in any direction without turning a body is one of the main feature of radial walking of a crab design. So let us see that video regarding the crab walk. Okay, you can see, you can visualize this structure. Definitely crab can move in a very specific direction as well as in a different locomotion concept. And let us compare our Mars rovers to this crab design similarities. Mars rovers has 3 pair of wheels fitted pivotal mechanism. There is a mechanism called as pivotal mechanism, so that you can visualize that what is the help of that thing, right? So so similar to the crab location, all the wheels of the Mars rover have similar steering and speed control mechanism was there. And this angular flexibility, because of this pivotal mechanism, just you see, even if the surface is uneven, so this Mars rover cannot topple. So that was the interesting fact. And even if the crab will be having such kind of mechanism. So that is called as angular flexibility. So in any angle it can move with these different wheels fixed there. Angular flexibility is maintained in wheels, such even with the difference in height, the wheels does not topple when there is a difference in height between the wheels. Okay, this is what you can visualize the concept of crab locomotion. Okay, it's been copied in the Mars rover's design, and that was a successful design from the biological world, where even engineering designs have been accepted, and finally they got the benefit of crab locomotion concept. And I hope these two topics gave you a very clear-cut idea regarding the snake IR sensing ability of the snake, and regarding crab, the Mars rover locomotion concept. Thanks for watching this video. Let us discuss few more topics about the design aspects in the next class.